Abigail is a DSP. She works awake overnight. She's been with Progress for nearly almost 20 years. She supported many individuals. Been a great support for a long time.
She's not only an advocate for the people that she works with, but she's an advocate for Progress. She has actually brought many of her friends to work here.
Abigail, I would describe her as a, helpful person. She's willing to go over and beyond to do her job. Anytime I've asked her to help out, she's been very helpful. As an overnight awake, just make sure that monitor that the individuals we're supporting is basically, sleeping. If there's any kind of issues, to reposition to, help them out, in the restroom if needed. Laundry, making sure the homely duties are being done. And, just making sure that in the morning when they get up, the hygiene part's being taken care of. They're getting ready to go out in the day into the community, preparing breakfast, making sure their meds are, in place, and just getting the day started. She's a big part for that. So yeah.
So one of her most exciting days was in 2010, and she came running through the Progress door, and she said, Sister Pam, I have to tell you, they will let me stay. And I said, let you stay? What are you talking about? And so she hands me the papers to become an American citizen. And so she said, but first I have to pass this test, and I know nothing. And so I spent at least a couple of days looking, I learned so much through this process. Of course, as did Abigail. I received a phone call from Abigail's pastor, and he said, well, Abigail is saying that you're her sister. And I said, yes, I am. And he went on, unfortunately, to tell me that Abigail's son, who was still in Nigeria and going to the university, had been shot that day and had died. Of course, I'm so concerned about Abigail. She has no family here. She's acquired a lot of friends, most of us at Progress. And so I gathered a few people together that day, and we went to be with Abigail. It was a terrible time, but also a reminder of how we do come together as family here at Progress, and we do support the people who are in need. It wasn't long after that her twin sons were able to come to the United States as well. And when they came, they were still in school. Years later, they both began to work for Progress. And in fact, one of those twin sons still work here at Progress.
Not only does she do an amazing job with a great attitude and thinks of Progress's family, but she donates to Progress. She doesn't just practice what she preaches. She is a leader in philanthropy among our staff. Abigail, she was one of our first staff members who donated to the Capital Campaign. She was very generous to it. And that's a great message that I hope all of our other donors realize, is that the donations actually start here on campus at Progress through people like Abigail.
I can recall when my father had passed away, and Abigail had came up to the office and she pulled me to the side and she gave me some lunch money, and I was like, no, I don't need any lunch money, I'm okay, just hang on to it. But she was like, you need to eat. I know it's a hard time in your life, and it's very important that you keep fluids in your body and just stay upbeat and have a high spirit about yourself. And that spoke volumes to me. It just shows you what type of person she is, how supportive she is. I'll never forget that. So, yeah.
But Progress stood up for me. They're taking care of me. I have a lot of good things to say about Progress, and I'm happy to work with them. Yes. For special people, I love them because when I came to this country, I make them like my family. When I go to work, I see somebody to talk to. So I thank God for their life because they keep me moving when I come to this country. Progress is not just a building, it's we. I just pray for everybody that anything that maybe is difficulty in our way, in everybody, God find solution on it for everybody. Progress so love for me first, and it make me love them. So, and every day I'm looking for good thing and for progress to continue progress. That's even in my prayer.
Finding just that top 5% of staff is very, very challenging. And I will say, Abigail, in my opinion, is in that top 5%. She provides the great services. She is so passionate. She shows up. There is never, in the years I've known her, 10 plus years that I've known her, there's never been a problem. She is just amazing.